Assalamu alaikum. I hope you are all doing good. Today I am going to teach you about LanguageCert. This is level B2 and we are going to do test 2 and it's part 3. In part 3 we have 4 passages and all 4 passages have specific information. You can see here there are 4 passages A to D. There is a passage A, there is some information, and then we have B, C, and the third one is D. And we have 6 to 7 questions regarding these passages. I show you the questions. What are the questions? There are the 7 questions, and each question demands us to locate the information which passage does contain this information. For example, what would appeal to lovers of literature? There is something mention of something that appeal to lovers of literature, so it will be in passage A, B, C, D. We need to write A, B, C, D in front of these questions, so that will be our answer. If passage A has the information related to literature, then we will write A. If B, then we will write B, C, D, like this. So first of all, we need to understand the questions. We will mark keywords and then we will go to the passages and we will read them and we will get the information. The first question is, would appeal to lovers of literature. We will under mark lovers of literature or appeal, just appeal. Describe different parts of process. There will be information regarding parts of process of something. Tells how a closer community was formed. There will be information related to community formation. Question 4 is, what is highly regarded piece of modern architecture? There will be a piece of modern architecture, so we will locate that. Question 5, what has naturally formed the harbor? We need to locate the information about harbor. Question 6, what romantic association does Boscastle have? Romantic association, and our easiest keyword is Boscastle. Question 7 is, what ancient traditional method is still used? We need to locate ancient traditional method only, and that will be our answer. Now we will read the passages and we will locate the information. We will read our first passage. Hi, Sam. I am sitting in my garden, writing this, looking up the valley towards Boscastle, which some years ago looked as if it could never recover from the terrible floods. But that's history. That's history now. We have all moved on, and if anything, it's brought the people together, creating an even better atmosphere. This thing that brought us together, there was the information related to community formation. We have read it somewhere. Now we will go to the question and read it. Yes. Here you can see in question number 3 tells how a closer community was formed. Now we will write the answer A because we have found it in passage A. So passage A gives us information about community formation. Now, creating an event, better atmosphere. The village looks beautiful at this time of the year. Why not come and see for yourself? I have got plenty of room. In fact, I have got a guest room with its own shower. So think about it. Okay, I don't think so. We have other information in the question regarding this passage. So I will move to the next passage, that is B. Now, Boscastle is a medieval harbor and village hidden in a steep-sided valley. This natural harbor on the North Cornwall coastline was created by the meeting of three rivers. Now, we have read somewhere that which one is the natural harbor, was how natural harbor was formed. There we can see in first, what would appeal to lovers? No, this is not. Second, describe different parts. No, this is not the process of different parts. Four, what is a highly regarded piece? This is not about architecture. Five, what has naturally formed harbor? This is the answer. We can read it here. This is the natural process. Boscastle is a medieval harbor and village hidden in a steep sided valley. This natural harbor on the North Cornwall coastline was created by the meeting of three rivers. There were three rivers who met, and that was the cause of formation of harbor. So this is our answer, and this is located in B, and this is related to 5. Question 5, B. Now we will read it further so that we can have another information about any other question. Boscastle is an excellent base for touring the area, including moorlands, sheltered woodland valleys, and coastal footpaths offering magnificent views. The visitor can explore the beautiful surrounding area with its ancient woods, the old village of Boscastle with cottages dating back to the 15th century, the site of the Norman castle, and the medieval farming system which is still in operation. Now we will read the question further if we have some other information. What romantic association does Boscastle have? No, there is not mention of anything. What ancient traditional method is still used? There was information related to ancient method. So we will read it again. The visitor can also explore the beautiful surrounding area with its ancient woods. Yes, there is a method of ancient woods, how this Boscastle was formed. The old village of Boscastle with cottages dating back to 15th century, the site of Norman. Yes, question 7 has the information, or our passage B has the information related to question 7. So we will write B here. Now we will read passage C. After suffering from flooding in 2004, Boscastle has been regularly rebuilt. First, the main car park was moved away from the river edge. This improved the river itself and the well-being of the wildlife it supports. A major project was then reconnecting the east and west banks by the harbor with a new foot and the vehicle bridge. Considering the picturesque setting, a number of options were considered and tested. The favored bridge design, now complete, appears on a. There is information about the favored bridge design. There was information about construction of something in the questions. So we will look at that. Postcard Boscastle has been recognized for the quality of its design. So A, would appeal to lovers of literature? No, it is not the answer. 2, describe different parts of a process? Yes, it does. It describes the different parts of process. For example, we will read again from the beginning. After suffering from the flooding in 2004, Boscastle has been largely rebuilt. First, the main car park was moved away from the river. They first moved the car park from the river edge. This improved the river itself and well-being of the wildlife it supports. A major project was then reconnecting the east and west banks by the harbor with a new foot and vehicle bridge. Considering the picturesque setting, a number of options were considered and tested. Yes, this is the answer. Number of options were considered and tested. That's why it has a long process. It says describe different parts of process. The answer of the question 2 would be C. Now we will locate, is there anything else we can find? The favored bridge design, now complete, appears on a postcard of Brussels. Boscastle has been recognized of the quality of design. Now there is a specific information has been recognized. Boscastle has been recognized for the quality of its design. Quality of its design, what does it mean? It is a quality of modern architecture, or it is a specialty of modern architecture. We will locate, we have read somewhere in the question, now we will locate there. For what is a highly regarded piece of modern architecture? This is the answer. The answer will be C. Now we are left with 1 and 6. We will see where this information appears, and definitely it will appear in D. You can write, because we have read 3 passages and we are left with 1 and 7, 1 and 6. We can write here D and D, both answers for both of these questions, or we will read first and then we will find out where this information appears. What would appeal to lovers of literature? The question 1 and 6. What romantic association does Boscastle has? So come to the Boscastle and walk in the ancient footsteps of the King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table. You can also retrace the novelist Thomas Hardy footstep. He fell in love with Boscastle when working as architect on the renovation of the church. Here he also fell in love with the married Emma. Married Emma and the Thomas Hardy, they fell in love here in this place. So this place has something about love, would appeal to lovers of literature, or this has romantic association. First we will write here D. It has romantic association. Then we will read further. Although it wasn't a successful marriage, this didn't put Hardy off Boscastle. When he returned to his parents' home, he wrote some of sad and moving poetry in which he described the area. Thomas Hardy, a very famous person, everybody who reads literature, he knows about it. So it will appeal to the lover of literatures. So due to Thomas Hardy, so we will write D here, answer of question 1. So these are our question and answer, and how we will find the information, locate information, and then we will write front of these questions where we have found the information, D, C, A, B, or whatever passage you name it, and that will be your answer. I hope you have understood everything about these question and answer. Inshallah, in the next video we will do part 4, that is short question and answer, and that is much easier than this one, because in this part you have to read it a lot and you have to read it carefully, but it becomes much easier when you are used to it. So I hope you will be used to it, and inshallah in the next video we will meet again. Allah Hafiz.